You look lonely, and only you can fix that, right? The truth is no one's going to fix it for you, right? Nothing's going to fix it for you. It's got to be you, right? It's got to be you. And you got to ask yourself, are you, when you're lonely, are you a constructive person or are you a destructive person? You got to be honest with yourself. Like, what do you do? If you're lonely, say you're depressed, problems, situations, things aren't going well in life, then what do you do? Do you create from it? Some people do. Some people have the rare ability, or, like an artist, they'll sit there and create. It's their fuel. While some other people, I would say a majority of people, when they get upset or they have something bad going on in life, they destruct. They do things and they affect their environment. And I would say, honestly, that's the key takeaway. And why I'm talking to you is because you got to kind of look at the bigger picture. You got to get out of your head for a second if you want to hit the reset button and do something with this. And you have to look at what effects are you causing on your environment with the people in it, friends, family, relationships, jobs. What are you doing? And you could easily get your answer and see, okay, it's a constructive thing. I took this pain, I took this upset. It was momentary, it was temporary. It lasted a day, a few days, and then I went ahead and turned something beautiful. When life gives you lemon, you make lemon juice, So it's kind of corny to say, but it only makes sense as time goes on, as you get older and you start learning from your experiences. Now, again, look at your environment. What effects are you causing? Are you making it worse? I'm talking about physically, in the physical real world around you. Is your room messed up? Is your house dirty? Is your car messed up? Are you filthy? Are you not doing things, your chores, your basic everyday life things? Are you not getting these things done? So immediately, if you can see that and it's not going well, and you can blame yourself, right? You can go, oh, well, it's because of, well, that's the first thing you tackle. If you're stuck in a rut and you're having an issue, attack your environment in a good way. Not attack it like destroy it. If you're in a destructive mood, go ahead and take that one thing you've been putting off, like the garage, like the room, like your clothes, kitchen, your car, whatever, and clean it up. Even if you don't have much, dust it off, clean it up, wipe the counter, make your bed. Start with that, right? But then it expands further. It expands a bit further, okay? We're talking, okay, now how are the people in your life immediately? How is your family? If you have children, how are they affected by you? How is your wife affected by you? How is your family, if your mom and dad are still around? How's that going? And you start picking out the things that you can take care of and improve, right? It's really, really simple, but it could be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life when you start confronting yourself. And that's mainly what I want to get into. We're going to go a little deeper. Come with me. Yeah, man, it's raining out here. You know what? I don't really care. We're here. By the way, this is the perfect scene for what I'm talking about. It just started raining. So here's the thing is you got to stop looking at things through your mind's filter, all that noise in your head, okay? If you can get yourself to look at your environment and see what's going on around it, you're already 10 steps ahead of probably about 95% of the people on this planet, and I'm not exaggerating. Being aware of what's going on and what effects you cause is probably one of the most single greatest things you can do as a human being. So with that said, you got to kind of look at now a step further. Cool, you can handle your environment, you can do a few things, right? You can clean it up, you can take responsibility for it. Now, what about other things you're doing? What about the drugs? What about the medication you take? You know, what about the doom scrolling, the internet browsing, the pornography, the alcohol, the cheating, the dishonesty? What's that got to do with it? Well, I'll tell you right now, if you're not honest with yourself on this stuff and you can't be true to that, you ain't going nowhere. And you're going to be a destructive person, whether you have good intentions or not. It's kind of a tough pill to swallow, but hey, you know, that's just the way it is. And there's something I actually want you to do. I want to get out of this rain, but I don't think I am. So there's something I want you to do. And it's real simple. I want you to grab a piece of paper. And if you don't have access to a piece of paper, get access to a piece of paper. I don't care if it's a letter, nothing. Get a pen, get a paper. And I want you to write down every single negative thought you have in your mind, in life, and what you think is causing you to be this destructive person. And I want you to write every bad thing down in your life. Things you've done you haven't told people, I want you to put it all on paper. All of it. Take as much time as you need. Get it all written down. All right, and once you finish that step, then you're going to take that piece of paper. You're going to take that thing, and once you're fully satisfied, and you're going to tear it all up. You're going to tear it all up and throw it away. Okay? I don't know why, but when you do this, it's weird, but it works. It feels like all that weight and all that stuff just kind of goes away in the trash as if you were getting rid of it for real. Now, I got to get out of this rain. Give me a sec. All right, it doesn't look like I'm getting out of this rain anytime soon. So, yeah. Okay, so you start with that, okay? Go ahead and start with that right there. Now I want you to do something else. I want you to write down every goal you have, every positive goal, anything, even if it seems unimaginable, even if it seems impossible to attain, I want you to write it down. And now this paper, I want you to fold up. Once you're done, take as long as you need and put it somewhere safe. And start with that. I'm going to keep it real. I'm actually going to head to my studio because it's thundering and it's going to get real bad. So, see you there. Man, Florida's so weird. I mean, not being from Florida, I got to tell you, the weather is so up and down. I was out there, it was looking perfectly fine. I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden thunder. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it started downpouring. Now we're sitting here. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyways, Florida's so crazy. Let me collect my thoughts. Hold on. My main takeaway and the whole moral of this video and what I'm trying to explain to you is that you are in charge of the effects you cause around you and in your life. I mean, that might be a hard pill to swallow, and I understand, but that's just the way it is, okay? Once you can get to that point, and once you can really understand that you are the one that creates the effects and good or bad, and you can isolate those two things, that's when you'll start turning a new leaf. The hard way to your goal is the easy way. The easy way is not it's not going to wind you up where you need to be correctly. And if it does, it'll be momentarily and it won't last. If you want it to last and you want it to be real, it's going to be hard work. Okay? And it starts with you. And that's the whole point of this video is like you take all the negative thoughts and you write them down. And all the weird ideas and all the doubts and fears, throw them away. Literally, throw them away. And then you take your goals and your positive thoughts and you keep them close. Now, you can refer back to them as much as you want, but I would just put them down and then work at them and pick out the main ones from them and start, right? And cut out all the drugs, cut out all the partying, it's a waste of time. You might be like, well, I do things that require that. Okay, well, that's you. Okay, fine. I'm not here to tell you what's right and wrong. But I will tell you that using substances these psychiatric medications that make you crazier, alcohol, the street drugs, weed, it grows from the earth, whatever. Doom scrolling, having all your bit of attention sucked onto a phone, it ain't going to help you. It's just not. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. And that's something I've learned from my own personal experience and just living, man. When you are able to be alone for a second and reflect on yourself and give yourself a break from the outside world, life, and everything in it, you're able to kind of look at yourself. And this is what I've been able to do in recent times. There's so many reasons and there's so many things that should have stopped me dead in my tracks, and they sure did. In full circle, full transparency, it all had something to do with me and me allowing it to happen. And the only way I came to that conclusion was spending time with myself and being constructive. I have been alone and been destructive, and it just creates so much unhappiness. It's unreal. It's almost unfathomable. What's the word? Fathomable. I can't even say the word. It's crazy. I know what the word means, but whatever. Yeah, you got to spend time with yourself, but you got to listen. And you got to look at both sides. And you have to look at yourself objectively and go, okay, did this action result in something positive for me and the people around me and my environment? No? Okay. Wean off of it. Chill out on it. If it's say it's a substance, cold turkey it. If you can't cold turkey it, wean off of it. Okay. Now, you could also go, okay, well, what I did there, that actually created a positive effect. Maybe I should introduce that daily or every week, or do that again. How can I do more of that? Right? It's really not that complicated. So when you are alone, push the negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, and actions out of the way. This is going to be hard. There's nothing harder than confronting yourself. You got to do it. Okay, you don't have to. I'm just saying, if you don't do that, you're going to end up being the adverse effect of your environment, the people in it, and whatever they want. And you can just kiss your goals and dreams bye-bye. If you're watching this now and you're at that point where you feel like you've let go of your goals, well, there's always time to fix it. There's always time to improve that. And I hope this helps you in that way, because that's the whole point. I'm sitting here telling you this because it worked for me. Will it work for you? I don't know. But I really do hope this helps. Thank you for watching this. Leave a comment. Tell me about your experiences. And we'll just go from there. But until then, I'll see you. Catch you next time.